Hello everyone, this is Sarvahita, Assistant Professor of MCA Department from Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. I'm here to explain a few topics about the subject MC4205 Cybersecurity. Here we are going to deal with security monitoring and improvement. Cybersecurity monitoring is automation process of continuously observing the behavior on an organization's network, or we can say keeping an eye on the traffic of an organization's network which are intended to harm its data, that is data breach, and making the cyber threats. If this happens, it will send the alert to the security incident and event management, which is called as SIEM system. So we'll talk about SIEM in the further process. Why security monitoring is important? Today, just using the cybersecurity tools, they are not efficient or effective like they were in the previous time. Now you have to take some advanced tactics or steps to keep the organization safe from attacks and data breaches. Previously, when any data breach occurs, then the organization have to bear the loss. Nowadays, if the organization's website or application is not available to the users, that is showing some server side errors, the organization has to bear the loss because it hurts its reputation. The importance of security monitoring is to preserve the following aspects, that is reputation, privacy of user data, availability, misuse of organization service. How does cybersecurity threat monitoring work? The cybersecurity threat monitoring gives us the ability of real-time spectating on the network and helps us to identify unusual or malicious behavior on the network. This will help the cybersecurity or IT team to take the prevention steps before the occurrence of the attack incident. The unknown packet which comes into the organization's network, by the help of the security protocols, it will be stored in the company's database so that the professionals can analyze the packet, and if it is harmful, they will triage it and will take the actions accordingly and send the alert to the IT team. For a better understanding, consider two main types of monitoring: endpoint monitoring, network monitoring. Endpoint monitoring. Endpoints are the devices connected to the network like laptops, desktops, smartphones, mobile phones, and IoT, that is Internet of Things devices. The endpoint monitoring consists of analyzing the behavior of the devices connected to a specific network and analyze their behavior. It will help IT team to detect the threat, and they can take the prevention measures when the behavior malicious, unusual, or suspicious. Network monitoring. Network is the connection between different devices to communicate and share the information and assets. Network monitoring entails keeping an eye tracking and analyzing the network from which it will respond on the basis of the result network monitoring gets during the monitoring. If the network components are not properly working, which means like the component being overloaded, keeps crashing, slow, etc., all that can be led to certain cyber threats and makes the system vulnerable. Importance of cybersecurity monitoring. As we have already mentioned that the pandemic gives a vast or rapid increase in the cyber attacks. So to prevent the organization from these kind of cyber attacks, the organizations have to monitor the network and the packets which are being thrown towards the network and prevent any casualty from happening. Minimize data breach. Continuously, the monitoring of the network will help to detect any threat before the occurrence of the event, and the organization can prevent these kinds of attacks from affecting the information that the company holds of their users and employees. So, doing continuous security monitoring will help effectively. Second, improve your time to respond to attacks. Most organizations take the security measures to prevent the cyber threats and attacks. But what if the bad guys somehow successfully attack the organization? then the organization is ready to respond to the attack and fix it soon as it is detected. But the assets of the organization must be available to the users 24/7. The third one is address security vulnerability. Every system has loopholes that is vulnerable. Address security vulnerability means to address or find the vulnerability the network has. Vulnerability is hunted and fixed before any bad guy can find and exploit it. This category also includes keeping all the protocols and firewalls up to date. Even many organizations organize the bug hunting program, compliance with standards and regulations. The most basic and fundamental term of cybersecurity is confidentiality, integrity, and availability. An organization is required to meet these sets of rules for the possession of data. If even a single requirement is not met, then it will increase the chances of vulnerability existence in the network, which will also harm the reputation of the organization. So, by continuous cybersecurity monitoring will help to fix these kinds of problems. Reduce downtime. Reduce downtime means being ensured that organization's network is fully functional and handle all the operations, because network's downtime can harm the organization's reputation and even financially. And if organization face any threats, they should respond and fix it so soon as possible. So, continuous cybersecurity monitoring will be decreasing the chances of getting the server or the network down. Effective steps for cybersecurity monitoring. An organization should always be careful about the traffic which is going through their network, because if it comes out to be a malicious packet, then it will cost the organization its reputation and its money. So, precaution is better than cure. An organization should focus on its network's traffic by taking some effective and efficient steps. The first one is CM tools and software solutions. Second one is trained experts. Third one is trained employees, and the fourth one is managed services. Thank you.